Hello, everybody. I'm very glad to present you this program, English Time, on ORTM 1. As usual, we give you the news of Mali, then the English lesson. This week, we don't have the guest of the week. It will be for the next week. So let's go for the news of Mali. The President of Republic met this week with the living forces of nation to announce major measures taken such as the establishment of the government of national unity, the end of the school crisis, or the reform of constitutional court. Opportunity also for the head of state to speak about the effort made for the release of Honorable Soumaïla Cissé. The loss of our brave soldiers and the COVID-19 pandemic were also discussed by the President of Republic. This is the report of Angel Danveli.
In the Great War, the great remedies, the President of the Republic, Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta, once again took the election by the ON to finally regain its appeasement of hearing. Appointment was given to the International Conference Center of Bamako to the living forces of the nation. Each guest arrived with his questions, but especially with his hopes for Mali. And it was at 3:30 p.m. that the President of the Republic entered the Jeli Baba Sissoko room. For this unprecedented meeting at this moment of the situation prevailing in our country, without a major protocol, Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta took the floor to announce strong measures, including the immediate application of Article 39 to end the school crisis. The head of the state also decided to hold consultations in the coming days for the formation of a government of the national unity. The pandemic of COVID-19, another major concern of the President of the Republic, he asked Malians to believe in it and to respect the barrier measures, the only solution against this evil of this country. Regarding the post-election crisis, the head of the state asked the Malians to come together to find the right formula so that all parties are heard and understood. Addressing the aspects relating to the constitutional courts, Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta to propose to reform the Assembly of the Nine Wise. Also, a pious vow for our brave soldiers falls on the field of honor. This war, which according to the head of the state, associated with so much despair, sadness in our homes and in our hearts, will be won with God's blessing. As for the news of the Honorable Soumaïla Cissé, leader of the opposition, kidnapped for more than 2 months, the President of the Republic denounced the unjust fate inflicted on his younger brother, whom he said is alive, and that his captors were immediately known.
The presidential majority support the first institution, the President of the Republic, Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta, and all other institutions. The leaders of a dozen political parties and groups of the presidential movement met the President of Republic, Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta, to whom they made proposal to end the crisis. For the majority parties, a space for political negotiation is needed. The Republican form of state cannot be questioned. This is the report of Angel Danveli.
The President of the Republic has received his political majority. As a rule, this was reminded of us by the Prime Minister. The majority here is that of Legislative of 2020. We met the President of the Republic the day after his important message to the Malian nation and on the eve of his meeting with key elements of the 5 of June's movement. The meeting focused on the crisis facing our country. We had come to the President of the Republic to explain our reading for this crisis, the elements of solution that we are able to gather, our proposal for an exit from this crisis. remedies. The President of the Republic has informed us extensively of all the meetings he has held since then, including the one scheduled to take place the next day. Together with the President, we stressed the need to do everything possible to bring calm, tranquility, stability, and peace in our country.
The President of National Assembly received cotton producers this week. The new producer price for cotton on the agenda. The producers want the purchase prices of the kilogram and of silk cotton to be fixed at 275 francs instead of 250 francs CFA and 11,000 francs for the purchase price of the bag of fertilizer. This is the report of Angel Dambly.
By meeting the cotton producer at the start of the agricultural season, the President of the National Assembly wanted to inquire about the development of the cotton campaign, a campaign that took place in a backdrop of cotton slump on the world markets. The repercussions were strongly felt in Mali to the point of causing dissatisfaction of certain producers. It is therefore following the government's call on the producers not to abandon the cotton fields that the President of the National Assembly met them in his turn. But New Deal, peasants in Mali asked for more than the new price decided by the authorities. During more than 3 hours, producers, unions, cotton carriers, and framing passed to fine pay all the problems that could affect the cotton yields in terms of cotton production. The Honorable Tembine reminded everyone of the multiple challenges that Mali is currently facing, challenges that require a synergy of actions around essential problems.
We stay with the President of National Assembly. He received this week the ambassadors of France and India accredited to Mali. Between the three personalities, it was a question of strengthening cooperation between Mali and their respective countries in the areas of infrastructure, development, electricity, security, agriculture, access to water, drinking water, and parliamentary cooperation. This is a report of Angel Dambly.
It was the French ambassador who was received first by President Moussa Tembine. Joël Meyer, after an overview of Mali-France cooperation, the two personalities tackled crucial subjects such as security, the fight against terrorism, the health of populations by means of accessing to weather through projects already underway. Other subjects mentioned the current political situation. The India diplomat welcomed himself to the meeting with the boss of the hemicycle, with whom he discussed the strengthening of cooperation in the sector of infrastructure, solar energy, electricity, interparliamentary cooperation between Mali and India. The President of the National Assembly, Moussa Tembine, has in his turn reassured that the elected representatives of the people will spare no effort for the consistency in the relations between Mali and its friends. He said he was open with sharing experience in the context of cooperation.
June 16 is the Day of African Child. For this year 2020, the commemoration is taking place in somewhat particular context marked by the spread of the disease to coronavirus or COVID-19. The theme is COVID-19 and protection of the rights of the child. It is about making the link between the COVID-19 pandemic and protecting the right of the child. This is the report of Seydou Dambélé.
Became institutionalized in 1991 by the Organization of African Unity Assembly of Heads of State and Government. The Day of the African Child will now be celebrated with mass ceremony. COVID-19 situation in Cairo. By sticking to current events, this year, The Open Day will focus on COVID-19 protection of children's rights. In addition to its health impact, the COVID pandemic has greatly contributed to weakening the development sectors. Millions of children have been deprived of their fundamental rights. The president of the Children's Parliament expressed his regret at the situation of his fellow displaced children and street children. This African Children's Day finds its origin in the fight against the quality of their education by the children of Soweto in South Africa in 1976.
Here we go. This is the end of the news of Mali for you. Now let's go for the English lesson. Follow.
Hello everybody, welcome in our English class. Aujourd'hui, nous allons étudier les adverbes, the adverb we are going to study today. Nous allons parler de leur importance, de leur utilisation et de leur position. Avant d'aller loin, qu'est-ce que c'est qu'un adverbe? Dans beaucoup de livres d'anglais, on dit qu'un adverb tell when, how, what and to what extent. Quand, où, comment et jusqu'à quel degré. Nous allons prendre quelques exemples pour mieux expliquer. Par exemple, avec when, qui veut dire quand, qui précise le moment comme adverbe, on dira they came late this morning. Donc late représente quand est-ce qu'ils sont venus, le moment. Leave your shoes outside. Laisse tes chaussures dehors. Outside précise la place. Outside, dehors. Leave your shoes outside. Laisse tes chaussures dehors. Avec how, on aura Adja Fatou close the door quietly. Adja Fatou a fermé la porte doucement. Doucement nous dit comment elle a fermé cette porte. To what extent, on aura her house was completely ruined after the tornado. Sa maison était complètement détruite après la tornade. Comment se forme un adverbe? Un adverbe peut se former en ajoutant li à l'adjectif, comme dans l'exemple quick. On aura quickly, rapidement. Slow, slowly. Cautious, prudent. Cautiously. Beautiful, beautifully. Mais tous les mots en li ne sont pas forcément des adverbes, comme friendly, amicalement, comme kindly, gentiment, lovely, lively, etc. Et il y a aussi des adverbes qui ne se terminent pas en li, comme now, maintenant, comme almost, never, not, etc. Mais aujourd'hui, qu'est-ce que nous allons faire? Je vais aussi vous prouver que l'adverbe modifie. L'adverbe est un modifier. Ça modifie le verbe, ça modifie l'adjectif et un autre adverbe. Prenons quelques exemples pour une meilleure explication. Par exemple, quand on dit he appeared suddenly, il est apparu soudainement. Soudainement, c'est l'adverbe, ça nous dit comment est-ce qu'il est apparu. Mais appear est le verbe, donc ça modifie le verbe. Avec le verbe, ça nous dit comment le verbe appear se fait. Suddenly. Ça modifie aussi l'adjectif. Comme dans l'exemple, it was the most interesting day of his life. C'était le jour le plus important ou le plus intéressant de sa vie. Et nous voyons the most interesting day. Most interesting, c'est ça l'adverbe, et day, c'est ça l'adjectif. Donc ça le modifie. Ça modifie aussi d'autres adverbes comme the party ended rather abruptly. La partie s'est finie brutalement. The party ended rather abruptly. Nous allons utiliser quelques adverbes qui sont beaucoup utilisés dans la vie courante, que nous utilisons dans la vie quotidienne, comme dans mon tableau. Ici, vous voyez, nous avons already, nous avons never, nous avons not yet, pas encore, already qui veut dire déjà, never qui veut dire jamais, nous avons just, then, etc. Donc, dans ce tableau, nous allons prendre quelques exemples. Nous allons prendre never comme premier exemple. On peut dire, she has never been to the United States. Elle n'a jamais été aux États-Unis. She has never been to the United States. Elle n'a jamais été aux États-Unis. Pour un autre exemple, on peut prendre par exemple avec already. On peut dire, the president has already spoken to the nation. The president has already spoken to the nation. Le président a déjà parlé à la nation. Avec not yet, on peut prendre, we have not received our money yet. nous n'avons pas reçu notre argent d'abord. Yet, ça veut dire pas encore. Not yet, pas encore. Si on veut dire encore, je peux dire have you eaten yet? Avez-vous mangé? Et je voudrais aussi mentionner que chaque fois qu'on utilise already, never, not yet, ever, for et since, qu'on utilise toujours le participe passé du verbe à conjuguer et ici avec le verbe avoir. C'est pourquoi nous avons des expressions comme have already seen, have already been, have not eaten yet, etc. Quelle est la position de l'adverbe en général dans la phrase? L'adverbe en général se place en fin de phrase, comme dans la phrase she appears suddenly. Suddenly c'est vers la fin, suddenly c'est l'adverbe. Ça peut aussi être au début de la phrase, comme never have we seen them hungrier. Nous les avons jamais vus aussi fâchés. Never est l'adverbe, il est en début de phrase. Never have we seen them hungrier. Ça peut s'utiliser aussi entre le sujet et le verbe, comme they almost missed their plane. Ils ont presque manqué leur vol. They almost missed. Nous voyons que almost est entre le sujet et le verbe, et là c'est l'adverbe. L'adverbe s'utilise aussi comme les adjectifs pour faire la comparaison. Avec la comparaison, le comparatif, on utilise ER. Comme dans l'exemple, we work harder this year. Nous avons travaillé très dur cette année. Harder, c'est l'adverbe. On a ajouté ER à l'adverbe. Le superlatif s'utilise en utilisant more. She is driving more carefully nowadays. De nos jours, elle est en train de conduire prudemment. She is driving carefully. Donc nous voyons que l'utilisation et l'importance des adverbes n'est plus à négliger. Merci d'avoir été avec nous tout le long du cours and see you next time.
This is the end of your program in English Time that I was very glad to present to you. See you next weekend on the same channel at the same time. And don't forget to wash your hands because the pandemic of coronavirus. Thank you. Bye.